I rise in support of AB 10 for very, very personal reasons. You know, I often have heard that the minimum wage is not something that you should be expected to live on, that it should be something that is a starting point. It's a ladder up to something better. But I grew up with two parents, trying to raise 6 kids, working 4 to 5 jobs a week to make ends meet. My mother would wake up 7 a.m., head off to work, come back around 2, then go off again till about 11 o'clock. My father did the same thing, not only during the week, but also on the weekends. You know, always just trying to make ends meet, never trying to be a burden, never trying to be on government assistance. You know, so there's families that are struggling to make ends meet on minimum wage all over, but it's just not one job, it's multiple jobs. But also we have to ask ourselves at what cost. You know, my parents were never at home. I wasn't necessarily the best kid in school or even the most well-disciplined. I know it's a shock to some, but I would always come home, try to do my work, but my parents were never there. It's almost like if there wasn't a speaker to keep us in line, we might run a little bit wild in this building. But, you know, I didn't do well, and I ended up going down a similar path, working at minimum wage jobs, trying to make ends meet. But I didn't work 9 to 5. I wish I could have, but I worked from 5 in the afternoon to 9 the next day, right? Struggling on minimum wage. And that's not a life that anybody should try to live on or try to raise a family on. And it's something that it does impact not only the individual, but the families. I love hearing people talk about family values, but then don't want to make sure that people can have a living wage so they can spend time with their family. It is something that we should struggle to change, because if our parents have to work, you know, 5 to 6 jobs and they actually could come home, help the kids with their schoolwork, put them to bed, then maybe we wouldn't have some of the problems that we have. But that's all based if you can make ends meet and make a living. So I rise for very personal reasons, that I know what it's like, and hundreds and thousands of Californians also know what it's like.